Imposter syndrome is self-doubt despite evidence of competence, your achievements, your success. It's also accompanied with a fear of being exposed as an intellectual fraud. Imposter syndrome is also believing that one has fooled your colleagues, they have overestimated your abilities. And it's also attributing personal success to other factors, such as luck, or that someone else made a mistake and gave you the job. From 2011 all the way to the present day, this is the search term imposter syndrome. And you can see, if you look closely, right at the beginning of the pandemic, it started to go up a lot. If we look by sub-region, Australian Capital Territory is where most people were searching for it. So we can only assume who was looking up imposter syndrome at that time. If you have imposter syndrome, you start to believe in a one-sided fantasy about others. That means you idealize a particular individual. Maybe there's a teacher or a figure in your history. You go, that is the ideal teacher. The second thing you do, once you idealize with this person and believe that this person is always perfect, is that you subordinate to their value system and you minimize what is valuable to you, and you inject their values, or attempt to inject their values into yours and live by them. Essentially, you end up living outside your own values. When you live outside your values, you tend to react rather than respond. However, when you're living in alignment with your values, your highest values, you activate the executive center of the brain, the blood and the glucose goes, and the oxygen goes from the amygdala to the prefrontal cortex and activates more neurons. And it activates your executive center, which makes you think like an executive or a leader. The solution is to clarify and live by your highest values. Stop comparing yourself to others and start comparing your daily actions to your hierarchy of values. What you value is also your inspired service to the world. When you're coming from a place of service, you're authentic. A teacher who is living out of alignment with their values is an imposter. But the teacher who is living in alignment with their values is authentic.